If you think women are saints from St. Barbara, please skip this video. If you think all of them are angelic creatures from heaven, they are made in God's image, they were of the likeness of Eve, right from your ribs they were created, your sister is such an amazing God-fearing creature, all of those things that you guys say in my comment section, especially on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, please kindly skip this video because I don't want to disrupt your orientation. There's no benefit. Remain in your naivety, remain in your nobleness, remain in your amazing thinking creature, remain as an amazing thinking creature that you are. Remain as an amazing loving creature that you are. Please don't watch this. But if you know and you're aware that in the majority, modern women has a lot of toxicity going on, please, let's dive into this video together. I want to break down something to you. I want to show you a clip from a girl that barely has 100 followers on TikTok. And the fact that this is the only video that actually went viral on her page. Imagine, I'm looking at a page with just 73 followers as of today that has a content that is close on 2,000 like, 150 save, like his favorite, and about 151 comments. And the majority of those comments are from women agreeing to whatever she has to say. So before I label whatever she has to say, please watch along with me. Let's watch this video together.
Propagandas that I'm never falling for as a girl living in Nigeria. And as a girl in Nigeria, you must never fall for these propagandas. If not, you'll be leading yourself to a rock and it's going to be so disastrous for you. So watch this video to the end and I'm going to post the part 2 later. That's if this video gets too long. So number one, you should be careful. Number one is dating for marriage. In Nigeria, as a girl, you have no business dating for marriage. You date for fun because these men are dating for fun. Men marry for stupid reasons. So just live your life and enjoy.
Wait. Before we go further, number one, dating for fun. I don't understand. What's going on here? So, if I'm getting this girl right, because there's more where this is coming from, but if I'm getting this first point right, every woman should date for fun. Why? Because men are dating for fun. Where's that logic coming from? If this is a philosophy class, I'm sure the lecturer will be saying this is non sequitur. The logic just doesn't tally. Every woman should date for fun because the men are dating for fun. Let's leave the dating scene for a second. Let's take this to, say, football. I'm sure my guys can relate to this. In football, there are rules to the game, right? There are good players and there are bad players. There are good season, bad season. There are players in a good mood. I don't know whether you have watched Ronaldo in a very good mood. Even when somebody is trying to injure him, you will be laughing and smiling at the guy and they will be having fun. And then there are days that you feel like Ronaldo is very aggressive today. So now, mood swings is for everybody. If there are good players and there are bad players, and all of us are trying to be the good player, so what is the best strategy? If I'm getting that right, what she's trying to tell young ladies, or the ladies that are agreeing with her, is that because there are bad players in the game, there are bad male players in the game, every woman should also become bad players. You should date for fun because every other man is dating for fun. So I'm still fascinated about something, but let me see how she hope this dating for fun is going to play out.
If a man wants to marry you, even if you are cheating on him, he will marry you. So you see these men, they marry for stupid reasons. A man will date you for 5 years, 7 years, more than 12, and he'll break up with you. After 1 month, he'll be in another relationship with a girl and he will start doing everything you have been begging him for. And before you know, they don't marry. You don't see him with Bele. What did she do? you don't know. That's how men are. Their mechanism is different and you can never understand it. If you say you understand man, you will crazy. So just leave them with their character. As if they do your own, they do your own. You know what to do? You have to have like 10 boyfriends. Save their number with one name. It can be baby. Call all of them baby. Gather all of them. I'm not saying you should be having sex with them. Find one inside way. Nine good pass. That one you can passing time with that one. The rest, gather all of them for your contact. Save am with one name so that if your boyfriend wan go search, he no go dey search for baby. He go dey search for Thomas, wetin my way. He will not see anything cause him and the rest, all of them, they one place. See this men, you gather them. When it's time, you sieve them. And then you carry the one wey you wan carry. That's just it. The day wey love find una wey una wan marry, fine. But never you as a Nigerian girl date one. Date multiple men so that at the end you would have so many options to choose from. No allow man choose you. Oh. Building with a man. Number 2, building with a man.
Wow. Do you see where that's coming from now? So now we have the full picture. First, she started with the wrong foot, which is you should date multiple men because men are also dating multiple men. But later on down the line, we finally discover our problem. Our problem is that she has been cheated on. Somebody have dated her for 5 years and they dumped her. So she thought giving other women the advice is the best thing. Since she has no scientific understanding of why that guy left her to marry another girl just in 1 month, and he is willing to do everything she was asking for in the new relationship. And the same girl goes on to say that you should rather have them in plenty so that you be the one to choose the dodoyo that you are going to settle down. Because I know for sure that the man you are going to pick is different from the man that will pick you. I hope I'm making sense there. Because now she started with the fact that men choose for their own reason. You should date for fun because they are dating for fun. Right? So there's a caliber of men that choose for their own reasons and they are the one doing the choosing. So even though you date them for 5 years, even though you commit yourself to only them, they may end up not choosing you. Then she now advises you to go and date several of them so that you be the one doing the choosing. This doesn't tally because this man chooses. This set of 10 men she was advocating for, they are the choose me type. So at the end of the day, what she's advising women to do is that choose Dodoyo as your husband. 1. 2 is the fact that she's advising that since everybody is a bad player, all of us will become bad player. Really? Well, if you allow me to say this, there are good people in the dating pool. There are men that want committed, loyal, dedicated relationship. And there are women that want that too. So you have to choose the camp that you belong to. You are either in the camp of people that want committed, long-term, well-fulfilling relationship, or you want to be the type that, just play around with your options. And then here's the kicker. If you are going to date 10 men like she suggested to you, the problem will be that you need to pick out of Dodoyo. Because I'm sure my Helonians don't roll with girls like that. They don't roll with girls that make them 1 out of 10. So and this is the message for men, because I know the majority of people that are going to watch this are men. This is the message for you. You should never be the guy in this second camp. No matter what is going on in the world, don't be the guy that will become 1 out of 10. Don't be the guy that will be 1 out of 100. You be the guy that actually chooses. Because you see the way they are setting standard now, they are picking options. That's why I tell you, stop begging single mothers, stop running after girls that say they are no longer doing. Stop being in a love triangle. Stop saying because you are in love with her. Stop saying because the sex is so great you cannot leave her. You should be the one doing the choosing. Because Kante or Balotelli is a rough player. He commits injury and all of that. Does that mean every other player in the game to start doing fouls, committing foul? The football match will end up with 4 players from each team. That's what will happen. So if you want to better the dating system, I don't think advice like this is both helpful for men and women. You understand my point? And then don't forget, even though there are bad players and good players in the game, don't ever, you as my guy, don't ever be the one that will be on this camp where women will be the one choosing you and not you being the one doing the choosing. Let's go for that in our video. Let's see what else that this young lady that has only 73 followers, and then all of a sudden one of our videos is having 151 comments and about 2,000 likes. Let's see what else she has to say.
Man, they don't build with a man. They don't build with a man. They don't build with a man. I have seen too many people's story. They don't build with a man. Before a man will come to marry you, only someone irresponsible will come and say he wants to get married and he doesn't have money, because marriage costs a lot. Be realistic. Marriage costs a lot. If you marry, pikin no go come. You don't come to explain waiting for your pikin.
Well, it seems like I agree with her with this second point, which is they don't build with a man. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But here is the kicker. If your life is still going to be in a continuous build, like I'm hoping it will be, that is, you are not yet there. That is, you are not going to be a finished product on the day you are getting married. Then you should not pick women like this. Because whether she likes it or not, you are still going to build a whole lot. Your marriage is still, even if you have 4 cars right now, 5 houses, whatever, there's still so much to get done after marriage. And if you go for women like this, they don't expect you to do anything more than just enjoying and flexing. Because a woman that is not interested in building with you when you have nothing is still not interested in building with you when you have something, but you are not yet fully there. And then there's not even fully there. Life is a continuous pursuit. So when a woman is saying that don't build with a man, it is the most foolish thing I can hear. And this is why you, my guy, you need to. I was making a video. I made a video yesterday about the fact that you should not marry in a 1-room apartment. Oftentimes I see that those guys are even married in 1-room apartment. They go extra miles just to ensure that they finance their marriage and relationship, and they just go extra mile. In fact, it is in their going extra mile that they don't end up having enough to even get better life for themselves. So here is the thing. Don't ever go into marriage too early when you don't have the resources. Because at the end of the day, this is what you will get. You will get women that believe that they built with you, and because of that, they can hang it on your neck. Right? You are going to get these women that are going to be listening to all these marketers of lies, parrotters of doom, telling them that, they actually did a lot of work and amazing work. No. Life is a continuum. There's still going to be a lot of work, but at least set yourself on a pedestal, on a level that which you can pick women that has the quality that you actually want. Because at the end of the day, what I see is that the men that want women to build with them oftentimes pick women that are incapable of building. Pick women that they will not end up being proud of. I don't know whether you get my point. You have to have gotten to a level where you'll be able to make the choices. In recent time, I've been with girls that they couldn't even contribute with writing. They don't know how to shoot video. They are not lawyers. They don't know how to market. They don't know how to position. They cannot even come up with pitch decks. It's that crazy. And these people will claim to be building with you. These same people will claim they are building with you. And they are incapable of all of these things. Even the things that constitute to building, they are incapable of doing it. But because you settle too early and they are claiming they are there with you in a 1-room apartment, that you end up bringing the food to that apartment, they will say they struggle with you. They will say they build with you. So at the end of the day, I will agree. Don't allow any girl to really build with you. And I'm talking about build in the sense like, don't be in scratch. Don't be in poverty. Don't be in abject poverty. I keep saying it. Don't marry into a 1-room apartment. Please. 1 room, face me and slap you. Please don't marry into 1 room and face me. The days of Bishop Edoko are long gone. The base of all these pastors that used to say, "Oh, I was in one room when my wife married me," etc. Those days are long gone. At the least you can do now is one room self-com. You have a parlor, you have a room, and you have toilet and everything. That's the least you can do as a married couple. That's the least you can do. So don't allow this narrative to, yeah, she's right. Women, don't be the man. But here's what I want you to know. If a woman don't have a builder mindset, don't even go for her. Because no matter where you are in life, there's still more to build. There are many more things to be done. There are many more channels, spaces, distribution. There are many more exploitation to be done. So don't settle for women that don't want to build, quote unquote. They just want to do a hand like this and chop your money. Let's move on. Let's hear what else this Emanuela looking girl. At first, I thought she's Emanuela until I started hearing this rubber. I'll be like, Emanuela will not be saying this.
See, you better marry someone. I'm not saying you should marry someone that is made or you should be following rich guys or what. No, marry someone that is capable to handle your responsibilities.
Your clothes, your shelter. Even though he don't buy house, he can afford his rent. He's in a good area, all those kind of things. He has a car, he has good savings, he has something doing, something that generates money at least weekly. At least weekly. If you marry person at the end of month, you get salary, man, you go run mad. And let me tell you, marriage comes with so many dramas, so many temptations and all. And you see the better for us really talk. There really was. So the worst should be
you two helping each other and don't be say you go the fight marriage battle, come the fight financial battle. No. For a man to come and see you to
say he wants to marry you, you should be ready that he's trying to give you that safe environment for you to feel safe and be yourself. He's ready to be a provider for you and your kids. He is capable. At least he should have something to show. No go say you always start with poor man. As a girl, you come from poor family, go land for another poor family. That is going to be disastrous for your children. At least if you cannot give them riches, give them a comfortable life. May your children not go to look at another person and talk.
See poor girl giving advice. See poor girls giving. I need to fast forward all these things. See poor girl giving advice that you nobody say you come from poor family and go and put yourself in a poor family. Poor girl giving advice. Oh, I'm sure her dad don't have more than one bicycle and one whatever. Poor girl giving advice. Oh. So if you now leave poor guys alone, who will marry them? That's why guys, I tell guys, you cannot make all of this money and you go and settle for poor girl. What's your problem? Why can't she get herself out of poverty too? And her family get her. If her father did not make money, let's find rich kids. Rich kids are looking for husband too. What's your problem? If you can't find them in Nigeria, find them to Ghana. That's why I say, guys, make your money. There are opportunities online. There are opportunities everywhere. Make your money. Don't allow these girls to give their warped narrative to affect your manhood. Go and make the money so that you too can have option. You can decide, if you are not a virgin, I'm not doing. If you are not this, you are not doing. If you are not in this caliber, I'm not doing. If you are not a lawyer, I'm not doing. If you are not this, you are not. You too can make those good, awesome choices. Because look at them. With absolutely nothing to add to your table, with absolutely no skill, nothing, they are still saying, I don't want to come out of poverty and get into poverty. Hello, we get it. But don't come and say, we are misogynistic, we are this. When men are making the choices of what they want, when men are deciding on exactly what they will not settle down for. That's something I will not buy. I like this. You don't want to settle for poverty. Good.
Plan, all those kind of
things. You can afford a good school for your children. Your children will ask you question one day or so. You don't want to put yourself in that state. Imagine now, the man can't cheat at all. And you know all these men, they cheat. So imagine having a broke man that.
Now, here's a good point. She's making a good point here, which is that, imagine that man is cheating on top. Yesterday, I was with one girl. Her name is Tiola also. And we were having this conversation, and she's divorced. She married in 2020. She's divorced this year. And then December 2020. And she divorced this year, March. The husband, she claimed the husband served her the paper, etc. And then we were talking, and she was telling me about, all these things, that they were living in one room apartment, and then, one room, 2 rooms, and they face me and slap you. And now she has decided to be living in a room self-con, one room herself after the divorce. She's at peace. And I was asking, so what are some of the problems with the marriage? It's found out, she's the marriage is tough in the sense of money, we're having financial issues, but they started getting their stability a little bit, and then somewhat she felt the man is not giving her anything substantial. And that int me, that int me somehow like, oh, that she cannot be sleeping with a man, and that man will not be funding her in a sense. And I was like, okay, so even in marriage, women still think, so to say, modern women still think they are selling their pussy. I don't get it. Like, even in marriage, you still think your pussy is up for option. And that's the first part. And the second part is that she said the husband is cheating. There's so many naked pictures on his phone. He was sleeping with many women around. So at the end of the day, I noticed that no matter what, whether she's lying in the majority or not, the marriage is not working. In the fact that this guy don't have money. If the guy had money, maybe she would have been more submissive. The guy don't have money, and at the same time, the guy is cheating. So more often than I tell you girls and guys too, don't settle for what you cannot settle for. Just because no matter what, there are still going to be bad behaviors with people, right? People are still going to have toxic habits, toxic attitude, things that are going to shock you are going to meet them. That's why when you want to marry, don't settle for riffraff. There's a girl that is going viral on Twitter right now, that she got married and people started digging her past tweets, how she was talking about, she wanting dick and all of that. And then even her video where she was talking about the fact that, she cannot settle for any man, she cannot be guarantee any man that she's not going to cheat, even in her marriage, she can only hope so that she's not going to cheat. And this guy, the guy that married her, was kneeling down to a girl that was making that obvious statement about her nature and her belief towards promiscuity. I don't have you getting it. So when the internet is trolling someone like that, you might say, oh, why are you guys trolling him? Why are you guys trolling her? Etc. The point really that we are trying to agree on, the point we are all trying to synthesize and make is the idea that no matter what is going to happen in your marriage, they are just bad things that you should, they are just bad features that you should not buy with your gadgets. You should not hear that my phone come with a knife that can, stretch out anytime. And I will still buy it. Or the fact that, the last 10 users that use this phone, they die of cancer, or the fact that the phone blew up in their face. And you still buy it. Those are some of the things we warn you about. Like, girls like this are making it obvious who they are, what they stand for. And you should check that out. You should evaluate that. Earlier, I made mention that I made a video about not living in one-room apartments. And in that comment section, I've seen guys trying to say, so poor man don't deserve love and co. These are criteria for you to filter that. Is this man even proud of living in one-room apartment? And if you cannot settle for such reality, of course. And same for you as a guy. Because I'm trying to make sure that this video is as balanced as possible so that I don't sound misogynist and one-sided. You too as a guy, think about it. What kind of guy are you trying to settle for? The one that believes that, she cannot guarantee she will not cheat? That means she's telling you that she cannot guarantee she will not bring bastard to your house. She's telling you that she cannot guarantee she will not divorce you. Those are the points she's trying to make. And she'll be able to validate a girl. You checkmate a girl. And say, you too, you don't want anything less than a virgin, or you don't want anything less than this, or you don't want anything less than this career, or you don't want anything less than this kind of family, or you don't want... You too, you should be able to make your state is clear. Let's end this video quick because I'm getting frustrated.
That cheats. It is say if broke man cheat on his wife and rich man cheat on his wife, the wife na the same cry they cry. No. So the solution for this is stop mingling with them. Snub them. If broke man want to call you rude, let them call you rude.
Do you hear that? She's advising fellow girls to snub poor guys. So that's the same way I will advise you to snub promiscuous girls. That's the same way I will advise you to snub girls that are poor. That's the same way I will advise you to snub girls that add no value to your life. There's this girl from Lagos that, we're having conversation for the last couple, maybe 6 weeks or 7 weeks now. And then I just discovered that she has no value to add to my life. She works in the bank. And she just has no value to add to my life. Practically, she has no value to add. And I made it clear to her, young lady, you have no value to add to my life. She even posted it on her status saying that, I'm a kind, the kind that always has what you bring to the table. Yes, ask. Demand her to bring something to the table. What skill? What ability, what dexterity, what network, what capability is she bringing to your life? And if she's not bringing anything, you to stop them, delete them, block them. Don't settle for urgent 2 gay girls. What's your problem?
If you want to make friends, go to where rich people are and make friends. If you want to fall in love, go to where rich people are and fall in love.
You want to make, you see, if you, I've been giving men this advice since forever. If you want to marry lawyer, go to where lawyers gather. If you want to marry doctor, go to where doctors gather. If you want to marry successful girls, go to conferences where successful girls appear and they talk on stage and have the confidence to approach them and talk to them. Don't settle for riffraff. Don't settle for just 2K. You need to go to those places so that poor people will end up finding each other. The one thing I will tell you is that be successful, because that's the only thing that can give you the right to talk to successful people. So that these poor girls will not be thinking, oh, by they presenting themselves, I'm showing themselves off in one rich people party, they will get the opportunity. No. You see, when rich dads are trying to ensure that their daughter married rich kids from rich family, this is what is happening. Because they know, as a matter of fact, that many girls are gold diggers. They want to come and dig their son. They know that many guys who want to come and jump ship and attach himself to their rich daughter. So, everybody will start receiving according to their measures now. You say, there's this saying that cut your coat according to your size. No! You only get to cut your coat according to your size if you have enough material. Now, you cut your coat according to your material. So, everybody should start cutting their coat according to your material. If you are making 2 million a month, if a girl is not making at least 1 million a month, don't you to snub her. Snub her. Operation snub anything that is not your own standard too.
No go they fall in love for inside on an area because they don't bury your placenta there. You don't do how many years.
Yeah, you still want to marry, so they go to this person behind you, some tiny tower, no, my dear. You need to elevate. Marriage has to elevate you. So if your marriage is bringing you down, you are in the wrong marriage. You should leave now before it gets too late. Number 10 propaganda.
Falling for as a Nigerian girl is marrying before 30.
Okay, this is where she finally lost me, because it's a street debate. It's you versus me. It's an argument. All the things she has been making, all the points she has been trying to make. Oh, you should not marry poor people. Yeah, I will agree with it in some quarter. Of course, you should not, build with a man. Of course, a man should have a level where a woman will not be shouting that I build with you. You should not. But you should date multiple guys. Yeah, as a guy too, I would say you should have options, right? You should have options, and then you only date a girl that has given and has shown that she's committed. She's not playing you around. She's not having, you should only commit to a girl that have shown that. Even at that, you be careful, because many girls, choco used to come to their head the moment they know that you are taking them serious. So this last one is totally off point. I think this girl don't have sense. This is finally where I discovered that she doesn't have sense, and this is why I'm saying. The reason why people are telling you to marry before 30 is quite simple. Menopause is probably 40 for some women, some 50. So if you are not married by 30, you have only 20 years left to give out your children. And in many cases, that last 20 years are the worst of it. So most men go for younger women because they are more fruitful, fertile, they can give out to children. They will not have less complications. And then studies have shown that HGAG rises as ages of parenting rise. The ages at which people give birth, if it rises so high, the chances of giving birth to children with HGAG is higher, and every other complication. So you can go and do your research about that. I don't like when people just make points and it's not grounded in well knowledge with sound education and sound mind. So this is one of the points that she made that is totally off point. You should get married as early as possible. And I'm talking about for women as early as 22, as early as 24. There should be a ring on your finger and you should be planning on having children. That's the reason why women need to plan their life very, very early, even far more than men. Because men are just getting into business by the time they are 30. For women, your early ages are your best years. And you should use them appropriately, right? To give out to children, to raise family, to do all the things that you need to do, so that you can get back to the workforce and build your career in the latter end of your career. So these are very crucial, because you can still afford to have children while you are going to school, doing masters and co. And then, so during those times that you are acquiring knowledge, you can be giving out to children such that By the time you are done with all this, your PhD and everything, you can get into the labor market, not just as a junior, but something like middle management, and then you can grow your career and almost at par with men. Of course, it comes with the fact that the territory comes with some sacrifices, and that's the point of giving birth to children. It's sacrificing some part of. So if you truly are committed to having children, you cannot be saying that marrying at 30 is wrong. Because I check her comment section, and there's one place where she's joking about the fact that she's 38. I'm not sure if she's 38, but if she's 38, it's already too late. You have less than 10 years to menopause, and you will start looking for miracle babies. And the fact that there's higher chance of miscarriage even at older age, those are other things to consider. So with that being said, I think that's the video. If you're interested, you can go and watch the full video on TikTok, but I've said my own. The most important point in this video is that women are not saints. They demand standards. In fact, I saw a video recently on TikTok. There's a woman that is claiming that she cannot marry any man that is not properly single. She wants a man that is completely single. But guess what? She has a daughter or son herself. She's a single mother herself. And she said, as a matter of preference to herself, she cannot marry any man with kids because she doesn't want baby mama's problem. So, let's get this clear. You have a husband and you have baby mama, right? So you are creating a baby mama drama in a man's life, right? In one man's life, you are creating baby mama drama in one man's life, right? And you have the preference. Are you guys following me? You have the preference that you are not going to marry any man like him anymore, right? We want another single man. So who should marry this guy? If everybody in the world is trying to have the same preference, like you said, who should go for this guy? For this man that is the single, that you are even the one creating the chaos in his life. Who should marry him now? Your first husband, who should go for him? Answer that question. Before you think with your anus and your nursery, you should answer the question. You are the one creating even the chaos. So you want to be eating your cake and still have it. You want to be creating trauma and drama in someone's life. At the same time, you want to avoid men like that. Men that have women that are creating trauma and drama in someone's life. And then go and attach yourself to a whole single man. A lot of people in the comment section on that Twitter were saying that they will not blame the woman. They will blame the man that settled for that kind of woman. The woman that have preference for single men only. The same thing. I recently saw a video of Tiwa Savage. This one you can bring it on to. Where she was claiming that, she wants a single man, but with yachts and with private plane to marry her that has been with a couple of men and has a son.
I am still looking for someone, son. I don't have, and I think it's because I'm asking for specific things. Maybe I need to narrow my search down. Because what I'm actually looking for is someone that has a private plane, a yacht, someone who doesn't have baby mama dramas, because, I can't, yeah. So maybe.
I don't know. This delusion is so out of range. It's so out of range. Think of a man with yacht and plane, and private plane. Who is that man? It's a man that has attained a lot of success, that have disciplined himself, and then not think of that man without kids. I saw a video recently of one guy claiming that, I think it's one of Abiola's kids, and he was saying that when his father was alive, he was paying for 100 and something children or something, that when they did the DNA, they are just 55 now. So successful men have enough options. They can proliferate. And here you wanting a successful man with private jet and plane and yard, but that is single. What was he doing all his life that he doesn't have the option of sleeping with women that will give birth to children for? I don't know where that delusion is coming from for a whole Tiwa Savage. So you can see the delusion is not where it started from this 73 follower girl all the way to Tiwa Savage, and even if there are bigger people up in the chain. So that's why I'm telling men, no matter what, don't be a didiri, don't be a dodoyo. You too, you should have standards. The fact that again have attained fame or success doesn't mean delusion is not seen ahead. Example, Tiwa Savage. So don't allow them to use their delusions to confuse you. Have your own standards too. You too, you don't date single mothers You too, you don't marry poor girl from poor home. You too have your standard, because if you don't, you will suffer for it, and your life will be the test ground, the playground for women with these philosophies to, to mess things around. And at the end of the day, this is what always amazes me. At the end of the day, they leave. Women with this horrible standard, with this mindset, they leave you. They will leave you in the middle of the ocean. When you are going through the toughest period of your life, the toughest seasons of your life, that's when they will leave you. That's when they will think, they have washed all their sins away, and now they are moving on to a better place. I hope I've made some important points in this video, and I hope you have learned something from me. I want to continue to see videos like this, reaction video, where I break down modern culture, modern reality, the things that are going on in the dating space, how men should have standard, have money. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, share to all the groups, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.